Well, it is not a trip that many of us would ever take, from Halifax to the southernmost continent on Earth. But for one woman, it wasn't enough just to go there. She wanted to do so in the greenest possible way. The CBC's Mari Ito with her story.
Zoe Caron wasn't sure what to expect when she left Halifax for an adventure in Antarctica. She only knew she had a burning desire to see the icy continent.
Antarctica is the only continent in the world where there have been no wars fought. There's no oil exploration allowed, and it's this incredible ecosystem that really is the center of the Earth, in my opinion.
Caron recently graduated from Dalhousie University with a degree in environmental studies. She was a chaperone with Canada's Students on Ice organization, which takes high school students from around the world on learning expeditions to both poles. Over the new year, 60 high school students and their chaperones spent 12 days in Antarctica with scientists and polar experts.
Day one, there was a lot of people who were there and thought of it just as a trip. But by the end of it, no matter what corner of the world these students came from, they all had found their own meaning of sustainability.
But visiting Antarctica was only part of Caron's adventure. The real challenge was getting there. She traveled much of the way by land and sea. She flew to Peru, and from there to Antarctica, it was a mixture of trains, buses, and boats.
Well, in the environmental community, it's a sin to fly.
And nothing could have prepared her for what she saw.
The last day the sun opened up, there was not a single cloud in the sky. And we went to this bay, and there's this big piece of sea ice that has formed kind of in the bay. And the expedition leader goes to the captain and says, I have an idea. Why don't we, wedge the boat into that ice and see if we can get off and go on it. It's an icebreaker. I mean, you can do this. It's just you don't try to normally. So put the boat at full speed, went straight into the sea ice until we came to a screeching halt. And we all got off the ship onto the sea ice, which is a couple meters thick, and we're walking around and just exploring. And I was sitting fairly close to the edge of the sea ice, and two little Adelie penguins popped right up on the ice. They came right up to me, right where I was sitting, waddled a little closer, until they were about 1 foot from my face, and we were just sitting there looking at each other. So it was just moments like that where you were completely still, and you were quiet, but Antarctica was speaking to you.
This trip was just the tip of the iceberg for Caron, who's hoping to share what she's learned in a book. Mari Ito, CBC News, Halifax.